Hey, influencers. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Behind the Screen Business Confessions with your girl, Anika Cohen. So, listen, it is another episode with real, raw conversations. Come on here about creating alignment, impact, and income without losing yourself in the process. So I want to welcome you to Behind the Screen Business Confessions. Listen, if you are new to the show, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. Share this with another aspiring small business owner who is looking for a community, for support, for accountability. Come on here, somebody. So, yes, I'm your business strategist coach, Anika Cohen, and I want to welcome you to Behind the Screen Business Confessions. This is the podcast created to uplift small business owners while they're building through their challenges, doubt, and growing pains. All right. We have real raw conversations here to, again, create alignment, income, and impact without losing yourself, without losing your identity. And so, listen, we are in for another great dialogue, a great conversation. We're talking about Black History Month. And I want to talk about the perspective of you as an individual, as a woman, as a man, right? I want to talk to you from that perspective of Black History Month, all right? Um, the title of our show today is Listen, you are more than a business owner. You're a woman making history. You're a man making history. Come on here, somebody, okay? So I want to celebrate you. Yeah. I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate to your wins, to your challenges, because they teach you the lessons that you need to learn to propel forward. Yeah, so I challenge your wins. I celebrate your wins. I celebrate your challenges. Absolutely. Because it all matters. It's how you are, again, be able to build and create living legacy in your life. So I celebrate you, my king, my queen. Come on here, somebody. You are celebrated because you are more than the title. You are more than the title. The title does not define us. Legacy does. Come on here, somebody. Yeah, somebody needs to type that in the feed. Somebody needs to take that with you today. The title does not define you. Legacy does. So let's talk about it. I'm not even into my first point yet. I'm just sharing with you about what this dialogue is all about on tonight's episode. I want to speak to you as not just a business owner. And I hope that you don't get the impression that although this is catered to business owners, absolutely, this is catered to the visionaries, to the small business owners, to the entrepreneurs in the marketplace, right? Absolutely. This platform is designed for that community. In addition to you not losing your identity, to you not losing yourself in the process as you build your brand, your legacy, right? You are still an individual. You are still an individual. You are still a king or queen. And there are so many levels to who you are and becoming. So don't get confined or defined by your title. Come on here, somebody. Your title does not define you. You are more than the business strategist coach. You are more than the best-selling author. You are more than that. Come on here, somebody. So you are creating legacy. You are creating legacy. You are creating legacy history now. So this is what this show is about, because we're not just building a business. We are breaking curses. Come on here, somebody. We are breaking generational curses. I know I'm breaking generational curses for my family. Absolutely. For my grandbaby. Absolutely. I want her to know that she can, she will, she shall conquer through Yeshua. Come on here, somebody. So I want her to know that. So I must lead her and show her the way. Yeah, because that's what our ancestors did for us. They led the way. They have shown us the way. And so Black History Month is here. Yes, Black History Month is here. However, I want you to understand that Black history is not just behind us, it is currently happening. Come on here, somebody. It is currently happening right now in our world. Our world is shifting, our society is shifting dramatically. Okay. And so Black History Month is not just what we've been taught throughout the year, it's currently happening right before us. It's happening right now. It's being built through us right now in this moment. Look at the world that we are living in and look at all of the individuals in the world that are making an impact, that are making a legacy. Come on here. So you are not just a business owner. You are a Black woman or man creating history in real time through your healing, ownership, and generational shifts. So I'm excited about tonight's conversation because I want to bring the perspective of our current legacy, our current history that we are building right now, today. It does not stop. History does not stop. History is ongoing. When you take a risk, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, when you allow yourself to be courageous and bold and follow the vision, not the crowd. So what am I getting to? History is not just about famous names. It's not just about our ancestors that we have been, again, taught about. It's everyday decisions that we make today. Come on here, somebody. It's about the everyday decisions that we make today. Right? Choosing ownership instead of survival. So it's not about playing safe. It's not about you being safe, because we know that comfortability does not grow in safety. You have to be uncomfortable to grow. So you have to break patterns. You have to break habits. Come on here. We have to break those patterns in order to create history. And that's what each and every one of us are doing when we say yes to purpose. When we say yes to purpose, when we say yes to purpose, we are creating legacy. So your name doesn't have to be worldwide for you to know that you are creating impact, that you are creating legacy, that you are creating history by simply saying yes to what you were called to do, what you were equipped to do. Come on here, somebody. So yes, we're building legacy. Yes, I'm building legacy in my living room. Come on here, somebody. I'm building legacy in the office. I'm building legacy in the prayer closet. I'm building legacy. You're building legacy right where you are. So we're going to celebrate you. We're going to celebrate the history that we are creating now through us and what was. Because without what was, how are we able to do the things that we're doing today? Right? So come on here, somebody. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about it, right? You are more than a business owner. Okay? You are more than a business owner. Let's talk about it. Let's point number one. Okay? Let's talk about it. You are more than your business title. You are more than your business title. I spoke about that, right? I want to give clarity to the fact that you being the chief executive officer, right? You being the CEO of your business is a role, not your identity. It is a role. It is a role that you are fulfilling. It is a position that you have allowed yourself to be in, but it is not your identity. Okay, so there are tasks that have to be fulfilled. There are responsibilities that have to be fulfilled. There are decisions that we have to make as CEO. Hard decisions, right? There's things that we have to do along this journey, but that's just your role. It's not your identity. And for some of us, we have allowed the CEO, the entrepreneurship role, to now claim your identity. And for some of us, when we allow that to happen, you lose sight of your identity. You lose sight of who you are as a being, as a man, as a woman, right? And that begins to consume you and drain you. And you begin to be what? Burnt out. And that's when we get into the space of being in survival mode. So we want to dismantle that. So that's my perspective with this entire show. I'm just sharing with you ways on how we cannot lose our identity while we are creating living legacy in history. Don't get consumed with the title because you're more than the CEO. Entrepreneurship is what you do. Womanhood, manhood is who you are. Manhood and womanhood is who you are. Entrepreneurship is what you do. Again, it goes back to the tasks that you have to fulfill, the decisions that you have to make, the delegation that you have to, again, fulfill, right? The balance of it all. So if the business disappeared, you would still be valuable. Hear me today. If the business division disappeared today, you will still be valuable. You will still be worthy. You will still be deserving. And that's a release in itself. Because for some of us, again, the CEO has become your identity. The entrepreneurship has now become your identity. Without you operating in this space, you don't know who you are. There's no fulfillment. There's no happiness. There's no contentment. There's no sound mind. Because that now has become your identity. Loose that today. Your womanhood, your manhood is who you are. You are your first love. You are your first love. I remember that one of my first sermons was my first love. And that was about my relationship with Yeshua. That was my relationship with him being my first love. Right? And so get back to loving yourself. Get back to loving yourself, and not just what you do. Not just what you are the expert in. Absolutely, that's your brilliance. But you're more than that. Right? Your worth is not attached to revenue. I know that's going to set somebody free. Receive it. Receive that. Because society will cause you to think that you are not worthy based on revenue, based on monetary funds. That your worth is somehow attached to how much you make. Your worth is attached to the revenue that you generate. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. You were created in his image and his likeness. How can you be unworthy and undeserving when you were created in his image and his likeness? How is that possible? It doesn't make sense. Go back to who you are, king and queen. You are not defined by your title. Legacy does that. That's the history from our ancestors. The legacy, the sacrifice, the courageous, the boldness that they had to tap into to create the history, to give us the example of what it's like to take a risk. Right? So that didn't require them to have a status of being a millionaire or having lots of money. I've never seen that they had to be a millionaire. They had to have all this money to be worthy to take a sacrifice and be courageous to do something that no one else was courageous enough to do. And they created history from their action, from their faith. Come on here, somebody. You feel me? You following me? Right? So your worth is not attached to the revenue. Revenue, money, income has nothing to do with your worthiness, with your deservingness, with your courageous spirit. with you doing what you were called to do. So let's dismantle that. Let's release that and choose to walk in freedom, because your title describes what we do. Our titles describe what we manage, right? They don't define who we are. And so that's what I want you to take away from point number one. You are more than your business title. Come on here, somebody. We're moving right along. Come on here. Tip number two for you today: the strong Black woman. Listen, that strong Black woman narrative, we got to talk about it, because I definitely have been in that moment. And I've been in that moment I was in that moment for quite some time. Years, I'm sure. I'm not counting, but just me speaking freely and authentically in this moment, I know that I have been in the Black woman narrative for years of my life before I really tapped into this revelation of self-care and love, and giving myself permission to be still and be quiet, not allowing myself to be in the space of being busy and not productive. Come on here, somebody. There's a difference. Allowing myself to rest, knowing that that is strength, that is power. Come on here, somebody. So I want to talk about the strong Black woman narrative, right? Because we don't have to, we can reference our culture. Listen to me. We can reference our culture. We can reference the history that our culture has been able to fulfill and overcome and conquer, absolutely, without identifying the struggle. These were courageous people. Yes, we know the struggle was there, but I feel like sometimes we put a lot of emphasis on their struggle and not enough emphasis on the coming out, on what they were able to fulfill, what they were able to do, and what more for us. Because their resources were limited. But here we are in abundance of resources. Knowledge is the number one resource that we have. And yet and still, we live in poverty of mind, when we have access to abundance to be able to do greater works than our ancestors. But we limit ourselves because we attach ourselves to the struggle. Choose to live. Choose to live. Choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. You do not have to associate your identity with struggle. You can choose to live and still proclaim your identity without centering it around struggle. And that's what I want to talk about, right? Because strength, yes, was required. It still is required, but lean not to your own strength. Allow the strength of Yeshua to be your strength. So that means we have to rest and be still. Be quiet. Don't be so quick to respond. Come on here, somebody. So now we can be redefined by strength. We don't have to do it all, know it all. Rest. Rest in your ownership. You know what they say, what are they saying now? The softness era, the soft girl era. You know, I don't even know why. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not. But rest, right? We have historically carried our communities, our families, the movements. Come on here. Our Black women. Yes, we have historically. So I give us absolute homage. I celebrate us and what we've been able to fulfill. Absolutely. And I'm just saying that we just don't have to identify and center the strong Black woman around the struggle. That does not have to be our identity. We are still courageous Black women who also know how to rest, who also know how to be still and be quiet so we can redefine our strength. Come on here. So I want to reference, our ancestors, Harriet Tubman. We want to again celebrate these queens, Madam C.J. Walker, Rosa Parks, all of these amazing women. But let's not forget our queens today. Let's not forget our queens today that are redefining strength, that are, again, redefining and creating history and legacy in our communities, within our culture, making movement today. Come on here, somebody. So that's why we've got to celebrate what is being built through us right now in real time, without forgetting about our legacy, our ancestors, what they have been able to pave the way. Right? But we pivot. We have pivot. And here we are. So I want to, celebrate Ayanna Van Zandt. Right? Our Lisa Nichols. Right? Come on here, somebody. Our Don Leek. Our Sonia Keys. Come on here, somebody. I'm celebrating our Black women. I'm celebrating women as well, because we're creating legacy right now, today. Right now, today, in our communities. And that matters. I celebrate the Charvette Mitchell. I celebrate. Come on here. I celebrate you all around the world in our communities, people who are doing great things. Deborah, I celebrate you. I celebrate Misha Atkins. I celebrate you. Right? I celebrate these women. I celebrate my Kimberly Cleveland. I celebrate Mrs. Blackwell. I celebrate you, Queen, for your courage. I celebrate you. And anyone that I did not mention, but you are attached to me, I celebrate you. I celebrate our Pastor Rhonda. Come on here. I celebrate you. I celebrate our people who are doing phenomenal works in the kingdom of Yah without apology. And you're doing it with grace, doing it with humility, doing it with integrity. I honor you and I celebrate you, because we are allowing ourselves to build through it. Right now, today, it's being built. So your labor of love is not in vain. It's not in vain. All right, let's get to the next point. So listen, right? We talked about point number 1, you are more than your business title. Point number 2 was the strong Black woman narrative. I wanted to speak openly and honestly about my perspective and how we are shifting that. I would like for us to shift that without centering around the struggle and allowing that to be the identity. We are courageous beings. We are courageous. We are bold. We are triumphant. Yes, absolutely. So point number 3 is we want to begin to dismantle those generational patterns. Yeah, we got to talk about that. We got to shift from trauma to transformation. Absolutely. Again, I just feel like we have to do that. We want to keep the story alive, but we don't want to stay there. We don't want to stay there. We want to dismantle that generational pattern of trauma. Shift from trauma to transformation. I was held at gunpoint by 2 masked gunmen in my home. It was November 2017. 2 masked gunmen entered my home, kicked down my door. Okay, I'm saying it nicely by saying they entered my home, but they kicked down my door, walked up my 12 steps, opened my bedroom door, and held me at gunpoint, barrel to my head, tied me up, mouth bound, arms bound, legs bound. I'm laying prostrate on the floor. Trauma. I will never forget that experience. But it was the experience that I chose to live. Because as I laid there prostrate on the floor, I began to say, I choose to live. If God be God, please save me. That was my prayer. I didn't want to leave my 3 and my 4-year-old son that were laying in the next room, sound asleep. Oh, the power of Yahshua that covered them in slumber, allowed them to not even wake up in the midst of the turmoil and the trauma that was happening feet away. Maya. But that was trauma. That was trauma. Shifted into transformation. Oh, it's been a process. It's been a journey. But from the trauma came transformation by me choosing to live, choosing to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. That was a declaration that became my lifestyle. Every day I choose to live. It is a choice, and I choose to live for Yahshua. I choose to live for him, not being perfect, but I choose to live for him. I choose to give him all that I got with all of my being. So he allowed things to shift within my transformation. My patterns had to change. My language had to change. My identity changed. Come on here, somebody. And in me doing that, listen to me, how we can take trauma, and if we allow ourselves to be open to change in a different way of living, in a different way of being, transformation immediately takes place when you say yes in your mind. And then you begin to practice a different way of being and living throughout dismantling those patterns. So the negative self-talk, you no longer talk negative to yourself. You be kind to yourself. You uplift yourself up. I had to speak life to myself, looking at myself in the mirror. Come on. I had to go there to the raw places of being a neglectful mother, of putting drugs before my children due to addiction. I had to own my mess. Owning your mess is your power. Acknowledge it, give it a name, give it sound. Feel it, embrace it. Release it and let it go. And know that you are putting on a new identity. You're putting on a new identity. You're no longer that person. So you're going to dismantle those generational patterns. So come on here. You might be the first one to be a business owner in your family. That's transformation. You might have to be the very first one to do something for your family, for your friends to see that it is possible. So you can create history and legacy. That is my story. I'm doing it right now today. Showing my sisters, showing my family what we can do when we step out on faith, what we can fulfill and accomplish when we step out on faith and allow him to go before us. And we do it courageously. We do it boldly. We do it fearfully. Because then I'm going to allow him to be my strength. So you might be the first one to invest. You might be the first one to invest. Listen, here is a host confession that I am going to share with you. I share this story all the time because it is hilarious. Because again, it shows again the patterns that we have to break from generation to generation when it comes to our mindset. So this is the host confession. This is the host confession. Let's get into it. All right. All right, so let's get into it. So when I first started making investments in myself, I made an investment in a coaching package. It was called Rock Your Stage, okay? And so I invested in this package called Rock Your Stage. It was all about how to be a speaker, how to leverage speaking, how to get speaking gigs, things of that sort. And so I had just published my book. So it was only right that for me, I go ahead and make the investment so I can leverage my book. I can leverage what I am able to do from this product, right? It's only right. I'm new to this. I want to learn. So I'm making investments in my ability, right? And so I'm talking to my mom about it. And my mom was like, well, how much is this? How much you paying for this? I said $8,000. I said $8,000 and Pauline was not having that. She said, you paying all that money and you could be paying it for something else. You got $8,000 to waste. My mom could be real raw, just real direct and straight to the point. That's where I get it from. So I don't take things personal when people just talk their freedom of what they want to say. I don't take things personal. I was like, Mom, listen. I had to share with her my perspective, my way of thinking. This is an investment in me. I told her this is an investment in me. This has nothing to do with the person who is giving me the information. I'm paying for her service. I'm paying for her time. I'm paying for the information that she is giving me. I'm paying for, again, that one-on-one connection, right? So I was explaining to her from my perspective why it wasn't necessarily all about the $8,000. It was what the outcome would be from that investment within myself and how it will allow me to maximize and leverage being an author and stepping into being a speaker, right? Come on here, somebody. And so I share that to say, in that moment, we had to dismantle a generational pattern of mindset, because a poverty mindset is just poverty in general is not just where you live. It's not about the environment. Poverty is a way of thinking. Some of us can have lots of money. Some of us have lots of money. We have great income, but we still have a poverty mindset because it's all about tangible things or appearance, image, right? And not really being able to be intellectual or self-regulation with their emotions, emotional intelligence. So they can lack other things, which makes them of a poverty mindset, but yet they got money. They can't hold a conversation. That is so draining. But anywho, you get what I'm saying? In that moment, we dismantled a generational pattern of mindset between me and my mother. And she understood my perspective. And it allowed her to open up her mindset to investing in her well-being. Come on here. That's a generational thing. Think about it. The relationships today. Because we do have, again, so much knowledge and we have access to so much, but yet we still are limited because of our way of thinking. My God. So yeah, you might be the first to take a risk and really take up the generation in your family, the dynamics in your family. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because breaking a cycle isn't loud, it's consistent. I've been consistent with my message since I started. It's been to choose to live. Choose to live. Choose to pursue your purpose. Choose to pursue your purpose through your identity in Him. That's always been the message. So, yes, generational curses, it may look like therapy. It may look like boundaries. and people don't never necessarily associate transformation with those things. It's translated as, you think you're better than I am, or who do you think you are, because you no longer associate yourself with poverty, language, and behavior. You're choosing to do something greater and bigger than yourself. It's a movement. That's history, right? So yes, emotional regulation, absolutely. Mental regulation, absolutely. Financial literacy, absolutely. These are what generational curses look like. I mean, generational change looks like, not generational curses, generational change. But again, it will translate into other things based on where individuals are at in their mindset. Yeah. So some of us aren't just building brands. Let's be clear. Some of us aren't just building brands. We are rebuilding the bloodline. We are, again, rebuilding the generational curses, and we're making change and transformation. We're taking that shift from trauma to transformation. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love this for you. I love this breakthrough for you. All right, let's get into our next point. Okay, let's get into our next point. Point number 4, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I have a question for you today before we wrap up our show today. Really powerful question that I want you to consider, to really think about and ponder about. Okay, so point number 4? Black history as present tense. Let's talk about it. Black history as present tense. I have to say it. Black history is not just February. Absolutely not. Black history is every day. Do you see the world we're living in? Black history is every day. Do not allow society to limit you to 2018. Nope. I want us to just stop that. Black history isn't in just February. It's every day. It's every day. It is. And I'm going to share this, that I believe Black history is present because it's healing. We need to heal. Us Black sisters, us Black men, we need to heal. So us healing, giving ourselves permission to heal, it's in our healing. Absolutely. It's right now today in our healing. Those of us that are choosing to heal, that is generational curses being broken. When we can heal from the trauma. Yes, absolutely. When we have businesses being passed down from generation to generation. Come on, that's happening now. Let's talk about it, right? Those contracts that are being signed now. That's history in the present tense. Come on, these individuals that are making history right now today. It's us women choosing to be empowered. Come on, us choosing peace over the pressure. Us choosing to come together. That is breaking generational curses and allowing us to heal and come together. That's how I look at it. You know, history isn't always in the marches or behind the mic. We get caught up in that. That's not all history is. Yes, history is in them spreadsheets, in them contracts, and businesses being passed down and healing taking place. It's in all of it. Absolutely. It's in our self-awareness. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. And I choose to embrace that. I choose to embrace that. So let's recap, because those are my 4 points for you today. Before I end with the question that I have for you today, right? Let's recap. So point number 1 was simple. You are more than your business title. Okay, you're more than the business title. Point number 2, right? The strong Black woman narrative. We want to dismantle them and not allow it to be centered around the struggle as our identity. We are courageous. And I keep saying it because that's what we are. We are courageous Black women. We are bold Black women. You know, we're not struggling Black women. All right. Absolutely. Moving on. The next point, We were talking about dismantling those generational curses. So point three, right? We want to dismantle that. And point number four is Black history is present. It's happening right now. It's happening right now, and I love it. I'm here for it all. I'm here for it. So, influencers, as always, I want to hear from you. What's your behind the screen business confession, right? Click the link in the caption. We love to hear from you, We love to hear from you. Your voice matters here, right? So, go on and click the link and submit your confession. Don't get lost, influencer. Don't get lost in the title, right? Don't get lost in the analytics. You are more than the launch result. You're not a failure. Come on. You are not your title. Okay? You're not your title. So here's what I want you to ponder on. And I would love for you to share your thoughts in the comments, right? If my business, hear me, if my business never became famous, but my family became healed, would that be enough? If my business never became famous worldwide, but my family became healed, would that be enough for you? Would that be enough for you? So that's a question that I really want you to consider and really give thought to. Because it will allow you to center yourself in your truth and how you can shift that perspective if you would like to, or just own your truth. However, it's going to enlighten you on who you are right now and what needs to take place within your being. And you're really going to have to ask yourself, who are you outside of the business? Who are you outside of the business? Who are you? What does legacy mean to you? Because I know I use that term often because I reference that term because I truly believe in living legacy. I don't want to wait until I'm deceased to have the awareness of the impact that I am doing in the earth now. Absolutely. So think on those things. Think on those things and what? Choose to live. Choose to be liberated, improve daily, be vivacious and enlightened. Until next time, influencers, choose to live.